trying to explain a really easy and simple way. If you never have seen any basketball game, that you can understand what is going on in the game, if it was a good screen or how to get open when someone is working in another side of the court. So I'm not trying to be like, X and O trying guy or stats. If not trying to explain what I'm seeing or who is working better on the court. And I've been able to be in World Championship, Olympic Games, NBA Finals. Little by little is, you start getting a little better, better rhythm. And that's my focus, trying to bring that to the English part. It's going to, in the beginning, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be like, and little by little getting, that quickness, that spark, trying to be, like if you're watching it, like it's something fun, and you can give the opinion and trying to be neutral. If, there is a call that is, could be against or not, trying to give the best option for the people to understand what happened over there.
And you're going to be working with an Austin Spurs team with the new coach Matt Nielsen. How well do you know him?
Well, we start knowing each other, and the best play you can meet someone on the court, on the paint, on the paint, just defending each other. He used to foul me really hard. No, we used to play like really, really tough. I mean, he was a great player, really smart, and trying to match with the Australian team. Every time was great matches. We're really proud when we play national team and trying to win. Always was, if we win, was a big win for us. Be able to talk the last couple of years when we start being, Spurs, trying to, being in the rotation with the coaches. He's a great guy, but besides that, he's a hard worker. Like every day he's going to bring it. I love that from him.
What do you see from this Austin Spurs team?
Well, trying to figure it out the way, and trying to go back like when I was 19, 20, 21, that you're trying to keep learning and trying to put in those shoes, to feel what they're feeling and how they can improve. You got a lot of pressure, like grow up and try to make it to the NBA. I mean, you are in the right path. You're so close, but you still got to work a lot. And hearing and talking with the assistant staff from the Austin Spurs, give me an idea. And besides that, when you see like White, Forbes, Johnson, all the guys that are coming from there, the skill set, the preparation, the mentality that they have, I think it's great. It's a great program. It's a great help for the players. Most of that for young players.
Thanks, Lauren. Let's go to Tom Osborne from the San Antonio Express News.
Yeah, Fab, just following that up, is there a fun aspect to telling the stories of these kids that are trying to get a foot in the NBA and other ones that are just trying to develop? Mm-hmm. You're covering a lot of underdogs. Is that a fun aspect of it?
Well, I got in NBA when I was 30. So, I got to swing a lot, trying to, get my expertise, trying to play. I understand real, details what they're going through, and trying to put that, like the speech is trying to put the right words, trying to explain how you feel, and the people can understand also. Because if he's shooting good, he's shooting 20%, but if you can see like he's working every day, and by 2 years he improved, he can make it to the team little by little. He's two-way player. He can become a two-way player, sharing practices or games with the Spurs. That's the main reason. You really got to be a hard head to make it to the NBA, and never give up. Just keep practicing. And I think that the skills and the coaches over there, they got the closest thing to be a Spurs player. So when you see how they work on the court, how they work in the gym, that's a great help. And that's the main thing for me, trying to tell that story, how they keep believing, because sometimes it's not going your way, and you're trying to make it to the NBA, and another player is playing. You got to keep, waiting for your chance, or you get switch or send it to another team. So that's the main thing.
You looking forward to working with Dan Weiss?
Yes, of course. Once you start working with the play-by-play guy, with experience that he being here and trying to learn from him. I was writing a tweet like, Dan, be ready for back screens. You're gonna be open for three-pointers. And I think that's the main thing, get that chemistry. Like, we can understand each other. Sometimes the point of view is going to be different, but we can debate or, trying to get to that level or understanding. So I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks.
We got a question in Spanish, Fab, from Alfredo Sanchez with Telemundo. Alfredo,
Okay.
go ahead.
Fabricio, ¿cómo estás? Muchas gracias por el tiempo. Obviamente tengo varias preguntas para ti. Primero es, ¿cómo te sientes de tener este privilegio de tener esta oportunidad de ser un comentarista de color? Obviamente un idioma diferente que lo que estás acostumbrado normalmente. Obviamente con tu experiencia en español y has hecho narraciones en español, pero esta vez
Sí.
en inglés. ¿Cómo te sientes de esta oportunidad? Y obviamente acerca de mi otra pregunta es, ¿qué es lo que vas a brindar a la mesa? ¿Qué tipo de cosas quieres brindar con esta oportunidad?
Me gustan mucho los desafíos, Alfredo. Me gusta mucho estos challenges de decir, bueno, ¿cómo mejoro y qué me hace mejor? Toda mi carrera, toda mi vida es así. Todos los días estoy buscando desafíos, y cuando salió esto, poder expresarme y poder tener esta fluidez que puedo decir en español, tenerla en inglés y poder contar las cosas simples que pasan en la cancha. Para mí es el básquet, no hay que hacerlo tan complicado, sirve un montón toda la información que tenemos para entender más y ir profundizando más, pero cuando uno puede explicar y alguien que no vio un partido de básquet puede entender, es lo mejor que uno puede hacer, como darle color o ser un analista en una transmisión.
Thanks, Alfredo. Let's go to Jeff McDonald from the Express News. Jeff.
Fab, how you doing?
How are you, Jeff? Everything
I'm
good?
Yeah, glad to see you. Just a quick big picture question. How have you seen the game, the NBA game, the professional game change since you left the Spurs?
Well, every time I wonder how I would adjust my game, trying to be quicker, rolling to the basket and trying to be close or moving, setting more screen, even that I think I got the record of setting 20 screen in one play. but trying to be, it's all about position, spacing. And if you got the 3-point shot, it's like, if you're a 3-point shooter, it's way better. You can adjust, and it's something like the stats and the way that the teams are trying to build right now. But somehow, when you see like Anthony Davis, how he play, and he can make 3-point shots, but when he play back to the basket, or Jokic, how they getting advantage for that situation, passing or shooting. I think that is the new, kind of big guy the NBA needs, until 2, 7-footers, they start being so dominant in the low post that everybody's going to start trying to build that team. The good news is like, no anybody, only one team can have a Steph Curry or Klay Thompson or, those great shooters. So the game is still, you got to find a way to win. The Spurs, when I see the Spurs, is how they evolve to one situation, how they can play, but still they play basketball. They got the extra pass, they're trying to play defense, they're trying to limit the opponents in different situations, and it's basketball. So I love it.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Let's go to Tom Petrini from Ken's 5 News. Tom.
Hey, Fab. I know you talked about you're excited to get the reps in, in English doing color commentary, do you think there are going to be plays where you get excited and it comes out in Spanish first and then you go back and translate?
Oh yes, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna try to control that, and when you put just when you start getting the games, it's like your English version. Like I used to, get mad with me, or some call during the game, and I'm gonna say something in Spanish. But all of a sudden, when you start getting, playing 1-2 years, it's like, you're gonna shoot, or you start getting your English emotions too, because you're not thinking in Spanish, you start thinking in English. That's what happened, and that's the thing that I got to keep changing game by game, feeling better, pronunciation. I'm being like a month here and trying to get that rusty, trying to evolve and remember how I said I'm really like I can be hard with myself. When I say something, I remember like when I miss a shot, I'm gonna be thinking, why I say that? That was not the thing that I wanted to say in the comment. So that's the main thing that I got to keep, and it's gonna get me better. And always, I'm not afraid to ask, how can I say that, or how, if I mention some, when we are able to see in the game or something, I'm trying to explain. If I need to ask you something, how I say that, I will do it. Again, that's the best and the shortest option to learn.
Thanks, Tom. Let's go
Thank you, Tom.
Jeff Garcia from WOAI. Jeff.
How are you, Fabricio?
How are you, Jeff?
I'm doing good. So you mentioned you've been doing some broadcasting in retirement, but you also dived into the e-gaming world.
Yes.
That's a passion of mine too. I love e-gaming now, esports.
There you go.
Yeah. Tell us about that. How did you get into that? Did you do any broadcasting with your league that you have put together?
Well, most of the time I try to explain how we're working with the esports athletes, how I call it. They put a lot of hours. Gaming have been in my life for all my career. Most of the time when you are in the hotel for a month playing for a world championship or national team, you have the computer or the laptop, or you playing something. I remember playing Halo. I remember playing different games. And a couple of years ago, I got an option to create the team in Cordoba, where I'm from. And we start playing League of Legends. So when you start getting in that war, it's like, I never got in those games because it takes a lot of time to play. I mean, if you want to be really, really good, you got to spend like 7-8 hours. I was doing basketball. That's why I was playing shooting games or fighting games. Like 2K, if you want to play 2K really good, you got to be like really into the controls, trying to control if you play with the keyboard, if you play with the joystick. So I really love it, the passion, and also make me understand the new generations, how they think, how they can see the game. They still got that passion for the game, even that most of those guys in the 80s or 90s, they were like, like nobody wants to be next to them. If we were playing games, so, for sure, you were, not the popular or not the other guy. And that's a big change. Trying to put that war and trying to help a lot of kids over there with the esports, build a good philosophy, a good, work. So it's a great experience for me.
Thank you, Jeff. We'll go to Hector Ledesma from Sports Tonight.
Hey, Fab, good to see you again, man.
Oh, thank you. You too. Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good. Thank you. So I'm wondering if you've reached out to Sean Elliott, or maybe plan to, in terms of advice in doing the whole color commentary thing.
I'm really, I will do it. I've been talking to Brent Barry too, that he been, color guy too in TNT and, doing ESPN, NBA TV. And Sean is, I think I'm going to share a couple, good bottles of wine and, just trying to get his advice. Later, I think before or the second time, I think I'm going to be with them, talking a little bit about this experience. great guys, really generous, you know, like all the guys trying to help and trying to make me better.
And I'm wondering how often you chat with, and when I say chat, texting, all that good stuff, you kind of, how often you correspond with your old Spurs teammates? Obviously, I know the great relationship with Manu, but just wondering the other guys, how often you guys get to?
I've been already with Brent, Bruce that is coaching Cornerstone School. I've been there 5:30 in the morning, sharing the practice with them after, you know, 2 weeks that I was here. I thought that was at 5:30 p.m. And he told me, no, we practice at 5:30 a.m. So I got to get out like 4. But unbelievable practice, and, you know, sharing with TD, you know, I got the chance to travel, and I did a couple, you know, driving, you know, with the bikes. In Argentina, we went to Morocco. So we always connected and sending some stuff. I'm pretty sure, you know, Manu, when he come back from Argentina, we're gonna have, you know, great time here.
Thank you, Hector. We'll do one more in Spanish from Alfredo Sanchez, Telemundo. You'll wrap us up, Alfredo. Go ahead.
Fabricio, te puedo comentar así como va a haber ocasiones donde cuando estás narrando te va a salir el español, y si sí, ¿cómo vas a hacer ese ajuste? Y al final, mi segunda pregunta es, ¿cómo ves esta generación de atletas en la NBA? Obviamente vas a ver a ellos frente a frente en estos partidos de G-League.
Bueno, sin duda que me va a salir, y lo trataré de que, o si sale, que la gente entienda que estoy diciendo y que no sea alguna mala palabra. Viste que hay algunas jugadas, uno tiene que ser pro ahí, y después entender, y lo que contaba recién un poco, ¿no? de la parte de los eSports, como uno está viendo chicos de otra generación con otro tipo de cabeza, otro tipo de información, y tratar de explicar eso, ya sea, no es uno es old school y esta es la nueva generación, sino que al final del día es básquet y uno quiere hacer las cosas para mejorar. Así que ese es un poco el punto que quiero tener de referencia. Gracias.
Fabio, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you giving us the time.
Thank you all, guys.
Thank you all the media jumping on. We'll get this uploaded to our box link and send it out via Twitter, and then Pop will be in about 10 minutes. Fab, thank you so much, man.
Thank you. Take care, guys.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks.